Hello students, I am Sahil sir here with Account Assistant Panchayat Series Statistics. Today's topic is analysis of time series components. So let's start our video about statistics and today's topic is analysis of time series components. Students, first of all, we will discuss what is a time series. A time series is a collection of observations of well-defined data items obtained through repeated measurements over time. For example, measuring the value of retail sales each month of the year would comprise a time series. This is because sales revenue is well defined and consistently measured at equally spaced intervals. Data collected irregularly or only once are not time series. Okay, students. So, analysis of time series components. An observed time series can be decomposed into three components: the trend, which is long term direction, the seasonal, which is systematic calendar related movements, and the irregular, which is unsystematic short term fluctuations. Time series can be classified into two different types: stock and flow. A stock series is a measure of certain attributes at a point in time and can be thought of as stocks takes. For example, the monthly labor force survey is a stock measure because it takes stock of whether a person was employed in the reference week. So, students, a stock series is a measure of attribute at a point in time. Okay, next one is flow. Flow series are series which are measure of activity over given period of time. Okay, for example, surveys of retail trade activity. Manufacturing is also a flow measure because a certain amount is produced each day and then these amounts are summed to give a total value for production for a given reporting period. What is the main difference between the two? The main difference between the two is that flow series can contain effects related to the calendar. Both types of series can still be seasonally adjusted using the same seasonal adjustment process. We will discuss what is seasonal adjustment process. Now, what are seasonal effects? A seasonal effect is a systematic and calendar related effect. Some examples include the sharp escalation in most retail series which occurs around December in response to the Christmas period, or an increase in water consumption in summer due to warmer weather. These all comprises of seasonal effects. Okay, students. Next is seasonal adjustment. What is seasonal adjustment and what is its need? Seasonal adjustment is the process of estimating and then removing from a time series influences that are systematic and calendar related. Observed data needs to be seasonally adjusted as seasonal effects can conceal both the true underlying movement in the series as well as certain non-seasonal characteristics which may be of interest to analysts. When a time series is dominated by the trend or irregular components, students, we will discuss further in this video. what is trend, what are irregular components. Okay, so when a time series is dominated by the trend or irregular components, it is nearly impossible to identify and remove what little seasonality is present. Hence, seasonally adjusting a non seasonal series is impractical and will often introduce an artificial seasonal element. We will discuss it with the help of graph diagram. Here, the following diagram depicts a strongly seasonal series. This is an obvious large seasonal increase in December retail sales in New South Wales due to Christmas shopping. In this example, the magnitude of the seasonal component increases over time, as does the trend. Next topic is, what is an irregular? The irregular component is what remains after the seasonal and trend components of a time series have been estimated and removed. It results from short term fluctuations in the series, which are neither systematic nor predictable. In a highly irregular series, these fluctuations can dominate movements, which will mask the trend and seasonality. We will discuss it with the help of graph diagram. The following graph is of a highly irregular time series. Next topic is, what is trend? The trend is defined as the long-term movement in a time series without calendar-related and irregular effects, and is a reflection of the underlying level. It is the result of influences such as population growth, price inflation, and general economic changes. Here, the following graph depicts a series in which there is an obvious upward trend over time. In this graph, a trend is shown upwards. I hope it is clear to you what is seasonal, what is irregular, and what is trend. Next topic is decomposition models. Decomposition models are typically additive or multiplicative, but can also take other forms such as pseudo additive. We will discuss all the three in this video. First is additive decomposition. In some time series, the amplitude of both the seasonal and irregular variations do not change as the level of the trend rises or falls. In such cases, an additive model is appropriate. In the additive model, the observed time series, represented by OT, is considered to be the sum of three independent components that we have already discussed: the seasonal, the trend, and the irregular. So, we will get observed time series. For seasonally adjusted series, what we will do? We will subtract the seasonal from observed series. That is, seasonally adjusted series will be equals to observed series minus seasonal, or it will be equals to trend plus irregular. Next one is multiplicative decomposition. In many time series, the amplitude of both the seasonal and irregular variations increase as the level of the trend rises. In this situation, a multiplicative model is usually appropriate. In the multiplicative model, the original time series is expressed as the product of trend, seasonal, and irregular components. The observed series will be equals to trend multiplied by seasonal multiplied by irregular, and the seasonally adjusted series will be equals to observed series divided by seasonal, which will be equals to trend multiplied by irregular. The third topic is pseudo-additive decomposition. Students, the multiplicative model cannot be used when the original time series contains very small or zero values. This is because it is not possible to divide a number by zero. In these cases, a pseudo additive model combining the elements of both the additive and multiplicative models is used. This model assumes that seasonal and irregular variations are both dependent on the level of the trend but independent of each other. In pseudo-additive decomposition, the original data can be represented in the following form, and the seasonally adjusted estimate can be defined as the given formula. I hope this topic is clear to you. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.